So ciao, Just PH Games here, and I'd like to announce my brand new LP starting April 10th, 2017. It's finally time. We've been trying to do this for a couple months now. We actually tried to start doing this in July of last year. Couldn't get the GFX particularly right, but now I do have the GFX thanks to Ninjax, and of course it means it is time to start the Pokémon Platinum Galactic-Locke. And I cannot wait for that. So what you're going to see right now is the intro. Okay, so the rules for the Pokémon Platinum Galactic-Locke are: throughout my entire adventure, I'm allowed to only pick up the following types: Poison, Dark, Fighting, Flying, Steel, Ice, and pure normal types. And I mean pure normal types. So thing like Meowth, that's allowed. Thing like Pidgey, no, can't have that. Because that's not a pure normal type. It's normal flying. Rattata, I can have that. But Tailo, no. I can't have a Tailo, but I can have a Rattata. So there you go. I'm also allowed to pick up any mons that are synonymous with Team Galactic that are outside of those typings. So I don't really remember any like synonymous ones, but I guess maybe things like Wormpole, maybe? Yeah, Wormpole, because Wormpole is outside of those typings, and Wormpole is... a lot of the grunts have Wormpoles. I think a few of the grunts have Cricketoons too, so I guess I could pick up a Cricketoon. I don't know, I'd have to look into the files and see what's like synonymous with Team Galactic grunts to see what I can pick up for synonymous Pokemon. Anyway, that's not important right now. We're also abiding by the Nuzlocke rules, which of course means that I'm only allowed one encounter per route, town, area, or cave. And it has to be the first thing I see. All Pokemon have to be nicknamed, and anything that dies has to be put into the box or released at a certain time. Now, there are some certain technicalities with these three rules. For example, with the encounters rule, on each route I'm allowed 5 encounters. If I don't pick up anything from those 5 encounters, say they are dupes or they are outside of my typings, that route is struck off the record. I can't use that route again. But I can use that route for something else later on in the rules that I will explain. Okay? And of course, again, for that something else that's later on in the rules that that I will explain later, is also to do with deaths as well. Can't really explain that right now. But the mons I catch are going to be my mons that I put into the PC's death box. Some other mons are not going to be going into the death box, and I'll explain that in a minute. Shinies and Dupes Clause is also allowed in this series. So, for example, Dupes is if I catch something that I've already caught, if I run into it again, well, I can't catch that because that's not mine. That's Dupes. But I'm only allowed a Dupes of 5, so... or before that route gets struck off the record and I can't use that route. So, that's annoying. Shinies, outside of my typing, inside of my typing, doesn't matter. If I run into one, I can pick one up. It's incredibly rare that I find one, and it's incredibly even more rarer that I get a chance to catch one and put it on the team. So, regardless of typings, I'm putting that in the team and I'm picking it up. Don't care what I have to do to put that on the team and pick it up, I'm doing it. Gift encounters do not count for the route encounter. So, on a route or town or a city where there are multiple gift encounters where I can get, they do not count for the actual route encounter. So if someone was to give me a Pokemon, like for example, Route 1 in Hoenn, I get my starters on Route 1. But that doesn't count for my Route 1 encounter. I'd still get to be able to have a grass encounter for Route 1. But I also got my starters there. So my starters are a gift encounter, if that makes sense. But in a situation where I'm allowed multiple gift encounters, I'm only taking one. And it's the first one I see. That's the one I take. For example, New Marvel. There's a bunch of Volt Orbs in the New Marvel that look like Pokeballs. I'd only be allowed to pick up one of those. And I'd also be allowed to pick up a wild encounter because gift encounters don't count for the route. So, for example, in New Marvel, I could pick up a wild encounter and a Voltorb. But that's all I could pick up. And if I accidentally killed one of those two things, I couldn't pick up anything else. So, if that makes sense. If that probably makes sense. So, if I kill my wild encounter, I can't pick that up. If I kill my, if I kill my gift encounter, I also can't pick that up. But, sometimes you just given a gift encounter, you don't have to fight for it. In New Marvel, you do have to fight for it. Anyway, the ROM is randomized, and I will explain to you in a ROM randomization video that's going to be coming up on this channel in a couple of days, that will show you how the ROM will be randomized. So if you want the randomizer settings, that'll be in that video. I will tell you a few things right now. It's not going to be crazy. I know there are randomizer Nuzlocks on YouTube that are absolutely crazy right now. I'm not doing one of those. Okay, this is not crazy. It's slightly weird, but it's not crazy. Okay, not crazy. I'm not crazy, so I will not be doing the crazy Nuzlocks that I've seen on YouTube right now. Okay, so my starters. My starters will be a choice between the Team Galactic Commanders Pride Pokemon. So their ace Pokemon are what my starters are. So their baby evolutions are as follows. Glameow. So I'm allowed a Glameow. I am also allowed a Skunky. And I am also allowed a Krogunk. Those are my 3 starters that I'm allowed. I will let you guys pick what my starter will be in the Pick My Starters episode, which is also coming up in the channel in the next few days as well, which will be part 0 of this series. This is part 0. No, this would be part 0. That would be part 0.75? Yeah, part 0.75. There you go. Because we got part 0, part 0.5 is the randomization video, and part 0.75 would be the Pick My Starters video. There you go. I know it sounds weird, but it works, believe me, because I got 3 zeros before we actually start this series. So 0, A, B, and C maybe? I don't know. Anyway, the 7th and final rule to this series is a bit iffy, but it's quite funny. It's quite fun too. Anyway, thanks to the use of a code, a cheat, if you will, a Game Shark code, that is, I'm allowed to steal Pokemon from trainers, just like Team Galactic does in the series. And any evil team always does this. So there may not be a lot of evidence that says a Team Galactic actually steals Pokemon, but they do. There's evidence for every team stealing Pokemon. So with this in mind, I'm allowed to steal Pokemon too. So I'm only allowed to steal Pokemon if my route encounter is unusable. So that means that basically I've got 5 encounters on a brand new route. I'd only be allowed to steal if all 5 of those encounters turned out to be either dupes or outside of my typings. So if the route is foregone, I can't pick up anything on the route because my 5 encounters were absolute fails, and they were all outside of my typings and they were all dupes. I can't pick up anything on that route other than steal. So that's what I would do. Also, if there is no such thing as grass or water or any ways that I can actually get hold of a Pokemon, then I can also steal a Pokemon from a trainer at that point too. And it also has to be the last Pokemon on that person's team. So for example, if I was going into a battle with a trainer and they had a Rattata, a Skunky, and a Krogunk, I would have to kill off the Rattata and the Skunky, and I'd be only allowed to catch the Krogunk, because apparently, according to how this code works, the battle automatically ends as soon as you catch a Pokemon. Also, it's a 100% auto capture, and also it does not take a Pokeball away from your item slot when you throw a Pokeball at a trainer's Pokemon. It doesn't take a Pokeball away. So what I will do is I will toss a Pokeball when I catch a Pokemon. When I steal a Pokemon, I will toss a Pokeball as well from my bag to allow for this. Also, I'm only allowed to throw Pokeballs when a Pokemon is in the red for this series. That includes not just wild encounters, but trainers encounters that I'm looking to steal as well. So it's going to be a bit hard. I'm also having ideas about maybe like limiting the amount of heals I have in Pokemon centers, because Nurse Joy's not going to want to heal me. You can let me know in the comment section down below if you want that kind of rule implied. Also, I'm also thinking about 4 healing items per battle, and if it's an important battle like a rival or a gym leader or boss from Team Galactic or something like that, I'm allowed a 5th item, 1 final item as a bonus if I need it. And for the Elite Four, I'd be allowed 5 items, regardless of whatever situations I'm in. I'm allowed 5 items per battle in the Elite Four. Okay? That is my rules for Pokemon Platinum Galactic-Locke. Look out for the rules video. It is coming very, very soon. In the week is the ROM randomization video is also coming up too. And of course, the Pick My Starters video is also coming. So get hyped for all those things, and I cannot wait for this series to start. This is the rules video. I just remembered the rules video is coming. I said the rules video is coming soon. This is the rules video. So look out for the ROM randomization video and of course the Pick My Starters video for this series. They'll all come to you guys. The Pick My Starters episode will be live on the channel at 6 p.m. on April 10th. This video will be coming to you guys on April 1st. And the ROM randomization video will be coming to you guys probably like April 5th or something like that. Yeah. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this series. The official start to this series will be April 17th, I think it is. April 17th, yeah. April 17th. It's the Monday after the Pick My Starters video, so should be April 17th. Just have to check that up. Hang on. April. No, not February. April. Yeah. April 17th. It'll be coming April 17th. So I hope you enjoy this series. I hope you look forward to what the Pokemon Platinum Galactic-Locke. So until next time, if you enjoyed this video, you can leave a like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. You can leave an upvote. You can comment. You can follow the channel as well on VidMe. But until next time, Andrew's PH Games, mean to love Pokemon, get to letter. Everybody get Pokemon. Good night.